सहना भवतु सहनौ पुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। So, we will continue with our talk, Harmony in Relationships. Yesterday, we saw that relationships are very important in our life. They are integral to our life. And we saw that most of our joy comes from them. And that is why if there is harmony in our relationships, our life will be beautiful. Conversely, if there are conflicts and stresses and problems in that, we'll be missing something in life. Life will be not that joyful. And that is why we have to pay attention to this. We cannot take any of our relationships for granted, that they will work on its own. No, we have to pay attention to each and every relationships. Just as we rear a plant, when we plant something, then we take care of it. We water it, nurture it, from time to time put manure, sometimes take it inside when it is too cold, and when there is sun we put it outside, and do whatever is necessary. Whatever is necessary to save and blossom that tree so that it grows. Similarly, we have to pay attention to each and every of our relationships and do whatever is needed. Whatever is needed to make them grow. And as discussed yesterday, the key factors, the most important factors which saves and makes our relationships a success are love, kindness, accommodation, forgiveness, and yielding. These are the main things which are key factors in the success of any relationships. Today also let us see that yesterday there was a question. Yes, I remember. Let me first reply to that and then go forward. There was a question that in relationships, when one person gives, then there is always a question in the heart of that person. as to what about me. I keep on giving and giving. I keep on sacrificing. But I don't get the same thing. People do not respond to me in the same manner. This is the question in the hearts of many people. Here we would like to say that when you give, you get. See, love is such a thing that when you give and or when you get, the feeling is the same. You love someone, or when you are loved back, the feeling is the same. And let me tell you that sometimes we think that the other person loves us, but it is our guesswork. We are not even sure whether that is there or not. It is guess. Whereas when we love someone, you understand what I am saying? When we love someone, making an effort, and when we really love someone, we are sure of that. Whether other loves me or not, I think they love me, but I am not sure. So what I am saying is that when you love someone, when you give in a relationship, you try all your best to make it work, it definitely gives you satisfaction. In giving, you are getting it. When you do something for others, that emotion fills you up. That emotion, without it filling you up, you are not going to be able to share it with others or give it to others. So when you are feeling it, it fills up your whole personality and it is bound to affect others. And when you are experiencing that emotion, you already feel good. Without feeling that love, without feeling that kindness, you are not going to be able to impart it to others. So you feel that emotion, you live that emotion. So when we are sincere in this, slowly a time should come when this question should not remain, that what about me? We give, and in the process we are getting it. As I said, because you are feeling that and you are giving it. So you are going through that. So, and to expect things from others it is never a safe route. We should live our life in such a manner that we are committed to giving, and hopefully it will come back. But whether it comes back or not, we should thrive. We should thrive on giving only. And whether it comes back from the person from whom you want, we may not be sure about it. But in this creation, there is a law. There is a law that what you give is going to come back to you. This is the law. This is the law of Ishvara, of the creation, of the Niyati. The order is like that. That what you give comes back to nobody, but nobody can stop it. Ishvara himself is this law. Then when you are radiating love, when you are radiating kindness, it is bound to come back to you. Today or tomorrow. It is bound. Where will it go? That is the law. Supposing it is not coming to you today, then understand that there is some reason behind it. In which sense, maybe some karmas of yours are such that it's not coming to you. But today what you are doing is best. Today what you are giving is best, and to the best of your capacities, it will be returned to you. In future, tomorrow it will come back to you. So have faith in that. Have faith in this law. Second thing which we wanted to say, which we have already discussed yesterday, but a few more words about it. That in any relationship, I said what is important is forgiveness also, to forgive and forget. Because when two people come together, or some few people come together in a relationship, something or the other sometimes is bound to go wrong. Sometimes it happens that behavior, say my behavior only, maybe not that good, and I wind up hurting others. Supposing in interactions, sometimes we wind up hurting others, knowingly or unknowingly. Then when you see that others are hurt by it, what should you do? Don't validate that no, I am not wrong. I am not wrong. Accept. Recognize your mistake, apologize for it, and make a resolve not to do it again, not to repeat it. See, some people may not accept their mistakes. It often happens that even when they know that they are wrong, they may not accept it. And sometimes they lack in sensitivity to even understand that they are wrong. So when we recognize this, that it is our mistake, my behavior was not up to the mark, I did not return the favor, whatever maybe the context. But once we recognize this and we come to know that others are hurt by us, it's not difficult to make out. So when you realize this, apologize before them and make a resolve that it won't happen again. But supposing, in spite of your apology, if the other person is not ready to accept this, they are too hurt, let us say, they are too hurt by your behavior and whatever has happened. So they will not accept it and they continue to hold it against you. The resentment in them may be too strong. So in spite of your apology, they will not accept it. And they are now sort of, turned off from you for some time at least. So in that case, sometimes we feel that I am admitting my mistake and I am stooping down to you. I am ready to accept and I am telling that I will not do it again, and still you are not ready to accept and forgive. Sometimes we get angry on that also. That I apologized and still you are not ready to accept. Then again there will be turn off from me, from our side. No, give them time. Everybody is not same. They are too hurt, and sometimes to recover from that is also not easy. See, for everybody doesn't have this capacity to forgive also. In relationships, all these things happen. So, everybody to forgive someone requires a lot of strength. It is a sign of strength. You have to be very large-hearted to be able to forgive and forget. Okay, it happens. It is human to err, they say. No, it's human. It happens. But the other person on the other side is not ready to accept. No, you do it every time. And how could you do this? Were you not aware of my feelings, and how can you do this? So, don't expect them in that case to forgive you too soon. And don't hold it against them. Give them time. Plus, from our side, what should we do? From our side, we apologize and sincerely decide that it won't happen again. And from our side, we send them good wishes that may that person come out of that resentment very soon. I am not holding it against them for not forgiving me. But from our side, we are clear. We have broken that chain. I forgive. I won't hold it against them. Let them take their time. But from my side, even though this thing has happened, there will be nothing but best wishes, and we move on. We move on. Otherwise, what happens? Sometimes we suffer, that sense of guilt also continues to torment us. So do whatever is needed to, you have done your best. But still, if that forgiveness doesn't come, give them time. Give them time. As I said, to forgive is also not easy. Everybody may not have that capacity. Okay. From our side, when we are victim of some such thing, however great that thing may be, however great that misdemeanor may be, forgive. It happens. It happens. Kshama virasya bhushanam. They say kshama, to forgive, is a big strength. See, when we don't forgive, what happens? Sometimes closest of relations are broken. Between father and son, between spouses, between siblings. There may be property matters and so many things may be there. I have seen many times, that father and son, they stop talking as if they are not father and son. I am not ready to now accept you as my son. Why? Because you didn't marry the girl of my choice. Things like that. This is a small example. Or you married out of our caste, whatever, some such thing. But they are too proud. It's too proud sometimes. This is a very small example that I am giving you. There can be very big things in families. Matters of property and things like that. There may be fights between siblings for this. Even they go to court. These are not ordinary matters. So, we forgive. Okay, fine. It had to happen, it has happened. So, forgiving, it will mend and save your relations. If we don't forget, then things are gone forever. Our relationship is broken. It is broken, and plus it remains in the mind. The hurt that it gives to both the parties is too much. Life is not meant for this. So, forgive and forget. Another thing which is very important is this, that in any relationships there will be occasions when you have to let go. Let go. You have to yield. You have to yield. Yield means given. You have to make lots of adjustments, because we discussed yesterday that two people who have come together, not just two people but a family or in a setup anywhere, people who have come together are not same. Their ways of thinking, their ways of working, their ways of putting themselves across are not same. Their samskaras are different. There are bound to be differences in opinion. So, and some people, you may find always are very dominating. Very, very dominating. In any setup, you will find such people. It will be according to what I say. They are very powerful also and very dominating also. And what happens when we don't agree with them, things don't work. So it's better that we do not let our ego come in between. It is important sometimes to give in. Okay, fine. If this is going to save our organization, if this is going to save our relationship, our family, our friendship, then one person is ready, one or few persons are ready to give it. Okay, fine, yielding. But that yielding also should not leave any hurt inside. I had to give up because of you. No. Without any sense of defeat. You yield, but without, you give in, but without any sense of defeat. No, he won and I had to give in. Then after some years also you remind them, I gave up. I gave up everything for you. I gave up my career for you. I gave up my this for you, or my this hobbies and this and that and my property and my what not. It may be particular to everyone in each case, but that means that has not gone. That has not gone from me, and that hurt and what I gave up still continues to be with me and doesn't allow me to move on. Okay, fine, I gave up happily. It should become my strength, not weakness now. It should become my strength and not weakness. Just as when we are driving on road, we yield to all the traffic rules without a sense of defeat. We don't think that no, I had to stop. Because of the red signal, I had to stop. No, we are happy to do it because we know that is how things are. So, in family, in our relationships, in each and every relationships, there will be occasions when somebody will have to give in, let go. Because if everybody has their say, sometimes things don't move on. So somebody has to give in. Okay, fine. But without a sense of defeat and without feeling that I had to give in. No, happily. Because what is important? Our relationship is more important than my personal agenda. My personal agenda, all these things are tall order. Everything is very tall. But when we are together, it is important. Otherwise, we'll be lonely. Otherwise, we'll be alone in life. Here we want people to be with us, and then there is a method to maintain, to save the relationship. So, if necessary, adjustments are to be made, let go of our own personal wishes, all this is necessary. Okay, then let us now say a few words about some of the important relationships in our life. Say, as I said, that there are certain relationships which we are born with, and some we make in our life by our own choices we make. There are certain we are born with, as for instance with parents. This is something that is given to us. Where we are born, we just don't know. Ishvara gives us our parents and our siblings, etc. So these are very important members in our life. So let us just pay some attention to that also. Relationship with our parents. See, it's very important. And we should be in our culture, and I think in all the cultures, in some way or the other, our culture emphasizes this, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava. Matrudevo Bhava means what? You become such for whom mother is Devata, mother is Ishvara. You become like that. You should be one for whom mother is Devata, father is Devata. Why? Because see, for any relationship, what is important is sense of gratitude also. We are here because of them. We are here in this life because of them. The amount of sacrifices that they may have made, we are not even aware of. The amount of time and energy and so many things they have given, because of which we are here. We have reached this stage. We have now become responsible, but they have sacrificed a lot, given their lives, so that we are on our own today. Ask a mother how much she has done. Ask a father how much they have done. So now it is our turn. Now it is our turn. See, this whole creation, as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the creation runs on the principle of sense of offering. This creation, the entire cosmos, runs on the principle of offering. There is a whole cosmic wheel which runs by the spirit of giving. Everybody gives. We respect that. And when we were not responsible, when we were not in the position to give, they took care of us. Now today it is our time. Now it is our turn to look after them. So we do it. They need love and some support at the most. Whatever may be their needs, we try to understand them and be ready to give in to them. Sometimes we may feel, that my parents didn't do enough for me. They were partial to other siblings. These are the questions. These problems are also there. That they were more partial to one and not to me, and I was not given enough. But understand, they are also human beings. They are also human beings. They have also some problems. They have their aspirations and everything. So maybe it is quite possible that with all their love and care for us, they may have made some mistakes. It is quite possible. They may have made some mistakes. But as I said, they are also human beings. They are not sarvagnya. They are not omniscient and omnipotent. They are human beings. And just because of few things, you give up the entire thing and you forget what all they have done. So we should be ready to consider all this also. And when now it is my turn, when they need my support, and they do need our love, care. Just sometimes they want that we spend some time with them. They have everything, but they want that we spend some time. They may be lonely. Whatever may be the case in each context, accordingly, but our commitment should be what? That we also take care of them. Remember the time when we were helpless. We were helpless. As children, we used to throw tantrums and do all kinds of things. Those were the times they took care of us. Now today it may appear that with age is such a factor, that we have seen that they also become like children. Elders also become like children. It's quite possible. So we may not like it. That mother, oh mom, even now you are talking like this. We may have problems, but understand that these are the problems related to age. There may be some problems in their dispositions also. But when we were children, we also had problems. They forgave, they took care. So now it is my turn. Now it is our turn. Be responsible. This is important. No, I don't care. I don't care. If you don't care, who will care? Where will they go? Where will they go? We can't afford to forget all this. We have to take care. We have to take. So this is also, and for parents also, it is important to know that they should give freedom to children. Once children reach a certain age, particularly when married, and now they are all grown up, don't meddle with their life too much. Give them freedom. See, otherwise children also have this complaints. Children also, grown-up sons and daughters also have complaints against parents. So give them freedom. You are with them, but cooperate with whatever they want to do. Cooperate. As grandparents and as elders, now it is your duty to allow them to live their life. Give them freedom, full freedom. In that way, the relationship will be smooth. Otherwise, what will happen? Children want to do one thing and parents have something to say. Then also, they don't see eye to eye. That generation gap and everything will occur. Rather than that, give them freedom. We are here to bless you. We are here to cooperate with you. We are here to take care of your children also. But other than that, we don't interfere. We don't interfere with your lives. That is also important. So, this is how parent and children, sons and daughters, relationship has to be taken care of. Similarly, among siblings also. Siblings also should keep in touch with each other. You have come together as children of the same parents. Sometimes I see that once they are grown up, and even when they are growing up, sometimes there may be two brothers and sisters, one may be more intelligent and more talented, other may be little less. All these things are there in a family. Don't compete. Don't be jealous. Understand that everybody has their own samskar. They have brought their prarabdha with them. So be happy in others' happiness. Do not compete and do not be jealous. And on the other side, it becomes the responsibility of others who are little better off to take care of other siblings also. Why just siblings? The entire family. There may be certain segments in family, in an extended family, which are, everybody is not equal. It becomes our responsibility to take care of them too. So this is how we maintain the relationships among siblings. Then another very important relationship is with friends. Friends, the relationships which we have with our friends is incomparable. You know, the kind of companionship, the kind of support, trust and loyalty that is seen in that relationship is really incomparable and unique. In our culture also we see, in our Puranas, history, Mahabharata, everywhere, Lord Krishna's friend was who? You know, we see Sudama. Sudama was his great friend. Where is Lord Krishna, the king of Dwarika, and where is Sudama? And where is Arjuna and Lord Krishna? The best of the friendship. Even Rama was very close to Sugriv. In fact, Hanumanji made them friends. Hanumanji very cleverly made Rama and Sugriv the best of friends, and both needed each other. The purpose of both was served by making them friends. Rama was very close to Nishada also. Nishada was in the beginning of when he left for forest, he comes across this king of Adivasis, the Nishada Raj. He was very friendly with him also. So what I am trying to say, that in friendship there is no one high and low. You both are same. And enjoy the support and company of each other. There can be misunderstandings here also. There can be jealousy, competition. All these possibilities are there among friends too. We may be friends outside. Outwardly it looks we are very good friends, but inside one may be arch rival of other. maybe jealous of others. And sometimes these are the causes. These are the causes for the friendship to break up also. It often happens. So this should not be allowed to happen. As I said, personal ambitions and ego, these are the things which come in between. These are the things which break it. So always be aware of these danger zones. Do not allow your ego to come in between. So this is one thing. Then one of the most important relationship is between the spouses, husband and wife. This is one of the most intimate and a unique relationship that two people enjoy. And for this to survive, for this to blossom, lots of sacrifices, lots of adjustments are required. See, here I would like to say, just point out that when two people come together, see, in our Shastras, they talk about 4 stages of life. Brahmacharya, when you are learning, when you are at the stage of you are a child and then you grow up and you go to college. In the olden days they used to go to Gurukulam. For 12 years they used to be there. So that is one stage of life of learning. Second one is the stage of Gruhastha, when you become a householder. And the third one is Vanaprastha, when you retire. In those days they used to go to the forest. Both husband and wife would now become friends and go to forest and live a life of penance and all that. Then there is this stage called sannyasa. These 4 stages of life are mentioned. Of these 4, the most important is this life of Gruhastha, life of a householder, is the most important. Why? Because now when you have entered this life, each stage, even the earlier one, Brahmacharya gave you all the knowledge. Each stage prepares us for the next one. Each stage prepares us for the next one. Now this life of a Gruhastha is not just ordinary. It is very, very important. In fact, it is a means, it is a sadhana. Grihasthashram is a sadhana where you prepare yourself for moksha. Ultimately, each and every human being is seeking to be complete. Everybody is seeking to be complete. And for that knowledge, for that self-growth, for that self-discovery, some preparation is required. What preparation? We have to be emotionally mature. Emotional maturity is a very, very important step. In fact, indispensable step which we have to go through to be ready for the final discovery of the self, which we call moksha. But for that, lots of preparation is required. And Grihastha is meant for that. Can you imagine? Life of a householder is meant for that. It's not an ordinary, it's a very, very significant stage of life where 2 people come together. Now these 2 people are also really pilgrims. They are pilgrims on their journey to moksha, ideally speaking. Both of them knowingly, and as I said, knowingly or unknowingly, we all are seeking satisfaction, happiness, adequacy, limitlessness, absolute freedom. This is what everybody is seeking. But when will you find it? It is right here, but still I am not ready for it. Our mind has to be ready for this. And according to Shastras, Grihasthashram is a stage when, if lived intelligently, if that life is lived intelligently and in a wise manner, it will definitely prepare you for the final journey. But for this, when two people come together, these two people are not just travelers. These two people are pilgrims. Pilgrims means, when you take your journey, supposing to say Kedarnath you want to go, then that will be pilgrimage. But if you want to go to Shimla, then what is it? It is traveling. You are going just to enjoy. No, our concept, the concept that the Shastras have is that these two pilgrims, these two sadhakas, they come together and carry forward their ultimate journey. It is for this purpose that they have come together. See, this is the perception of our scriptures. And if we know how to live life, the two people, how they should live, then they will be ready for Vanaprastha stage of life and also for the sannyasa, the ultimate stage of life. But for this, it is important that two egos which come together have to fuse. Because to live together is a challenge. It is not easy at all. Two different people with different samskaras are coming together. And what happens, with other people, when we are interacting, then we all have a certain mask. We all pretend, with certain decorum we talk and behave, and my real self will not come out. When I talk to you, when we interact with each other, we always, try to be very proper and with decorum everything goes on. There is a mask of pretension many a times. But when you live together with your partner, when you are living together, sooner or later that mask will drop off. That mask is going to drop off. You understand what I am saying? And then to continue to respect and love and put up with each other may not be that easy. 24/7, when you give up the mask, then you don't, but with your own people you don't require all that. But then the reality comes out. Then it is a challenge. Then it is, we see this, when these two people were dating each other, everything was fine. But when they start loving him, for 4 years they dated. And on the 5th year they got married, then separated on the 6th year. It happens like that. Why? Because dating time was different. Trying to impress each other. But now living together, how long can you do all that? Reality is bound to come out, and then problems begin. So understand, the commitment has to be there. Commitment. If the commitment is there, I will be ready to change. I will be ready to do whatever is required. But if that is not there, then I will change my partner. Either I change my partner every day. That's what is happening, no? People are afraid to make commitments. There's some reason behind it. People nowadays, youngsters are afraid to make commitments. So this concept of live-in and all this has come. You want to try whether you get along or not. But in that what happens? When you see that other person is not changing, not to my like and dislike, and I can't put up with such habits and this behavior, so bye-bye tomorrow. It's very convenient because now no commitments. But the culture is so designed that you make a commitment. Commitment is made before the devatas, before the fire and all the devatas. Commitment is made. You now just can't walk away. And so Now you change. Nobody will change for you. We can't expect others to change. It's just too much. If you have that expectation that he should change or she should change, it won't happen. Only then I can be happy. When they change, I will be happy. Who will change for you? Rather than that, when the commitment is there, I will change. Because I value this relationship. I value it. And I want to make it work. And so I will be ready to change. Change not with a crying face, but happily. Because I value this. So this is what is required. So see, when they make, you must have heard about all this, when the wedding goes on, so many rituals are there. So many rituals. Nowadays, these youngsters don't like rituals also. Finish it off fast. They tell that priest, finish it fast. Because they don't know what it is. So important to know what these priests are chanting and what it means. We should know all this. Actually, a priest should explain before they are getting into this, but what it means. Those mantras are saying everything. So many rituals go on for so many days. Then when the vivaha, when the marriage is taking place, then there is a very important step of Saptapadi, of the 7 rounds that they take. It is very, very significant. At least if we know what it means before getting into that, and while you are getting into that, if you know, then also you will be well versed as to how to live this life. This is not a joke. It's not a joke that if things okay, if everything is fine, then we will, otherwise we will separate. Things don't work that way. We cannot, the whole family is into this. 2 people are into this. So much of maturity. So much of maturity and understanding is required. Some counseling has to be done for all this. So I would like to tell you what the Saptapadi means, When they take the first step, then it means that the first step is for material growth. That both of them, the priest is, when he makes them take the first step, they are praying to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, that may we grow materially, because we want to live now, and this life is not meant only for ourselves, it is meant for society. In fact, the whole society is maintained by Grihasthas only. In those days, the students, they go away to Gurukulam, Vanaprasthas go away to forest, Sannyasis are sannyasis, they are mendicants, they don't earn. So who is supporting and running the creation? Who is running? Grihasthas are running. And so if we have more wealth, then we will have more to distribute and take care of the society. This was the whole idea. So they are praying to Lord Vishnu that may we have more of material wealth. Then second step is for health and strength. We need physical health. Health also has to be good, and strength also, both inner and outer strength. Then third step is taken for inner wealth, and that is dharma. May we both live a life of dharma, live a life of righteousness. Just we have no idea. See, when couples are getting married, they have no idea of what it all means. Everything is so superficial. I hope they know all this. Otherwise, they just get married without knowing what they've gotten into. Everything is so superficial. These rituals, when they go for a long time, then it makes some impact upon them. A court marriage and this and doesn't work. They just don't know what it all means. So, the third step is for dharma, that may we both live together a life of dharma, righteousness. We live that life together. I need support and company in this, and we both emotionally grow together. Then fourth step is for mutual happiness. For mutual happiness. Then fifth one is for the welfare of the entire extended family, because they had to support everyone. For the entire extended, my uncle's daughter and maternal and paternal and this and that, so such big families were there. So for the prosperity and welfare of the entire family was the fifth round. Then the sixth one is wishing and praying to Ishvara for prosperity, to give them prosperity in all seasons, because basically it was agricultural society and they had cattle and this and that, so many things. So may we have prosperity in all the seasons throughout. So they pray to Ishvara for that. And then the final step, seventh step, 7 rounds they take. The seventh round is for what? For friendship and mutual respect and harmony. In the seventh round, they pledge friendship to each other. Sakha bhavaha. So husband and wife are friends. For mutual respect and love and support. Now you are my friend. Women were not looked down upon. Equal to man. Equal. We are now friends. We live together with this bhava. They say that women, man was looked upon as Samaveda and women as Rigveda. Means music. We both make our life musical by coming together. So, and then was the step of Hridaya Sparsha. Then they touched their hearts. What does it mean? Which means that Dadami te Hridayam, I give my heart to you. I give my, this is all before everyone, the world of Devatas and society, everybody is watching this and this is being pledged. Then, Tava Chittam Anuchittam Bhavatu, they declare that may your mind work in consonance with mine. May your mind and heart, means mainly your mind, work in consonance with mine, with my mind, which means what? Not that we two think alike, but we consider each other's opinion, take cognizance of each other's likes and dislikes, and give freedom to each other. Give freedom to each other. Not that now you are my wife, so this way only and that way only. No. We are friends. We grow together. Emotionally, we have to grow together. And what happens, as I said, two people are different. So that rub will be there. One ego will rub with the other ego. It will happen. It's bound to happen. But when that rubbing, other than rubbing, there is no growth also. You rub, but then always smoothen out your angularities. Smoothen them out. Your differences are there. Smoothen it out. Talk, because now you are friends. That kind of, you all know all this. You all know this. But since this is important aspect in a relationship, because nowadays we hear, this also we hear every day. So many divorces. So many people just don't get together for long. If a marriage survives then we are surprised. That's what is happening. Why? People are educated more than what they were in the olden times. In the olden times, women were not that educated, always. But still things were working. Whereas now, we are educated, better off, still something is going wrong. Something is going wrong. So, that friendship, mutual love and respect has to be there. Support, we are now friends. And this is how they work it out together. Serve the society also. Bring up their children plus serve the society. And then a time comes when you just give up all this. Pursue the higher object of life. But both this together, I need a support. And when two different people come together, you already, you already get the lessons, you go through the lessons of sacrifice. So sometimes grihasthas, they get the knowledge very quickly. Our all rishis, sages in the past were married only. Vasishtha, Vamadeva, all of them were married people, rishis, but still man of knowledge. Why? Because this stage of life makes you grow, teaches you lessons of sacrifice, how to adjust, how to give up your ego, keep it aside, let others blossom, to understand and be sensitive to others' needs. Sensitivity is not a simple thing. To be able to understand and feel what other person is going through is not easy. For that we have to be sensitive and subtle. We cannot be gross. No relationship will work when we are very gross. Gross means selfish. I don't care. I care when it happens to me, but not when it happens to you. No. When you come together, then it matters equally that what other person is going through, I should understand. I should understand. And not merely understand, hands-on help. Not, I have to be very active. This is how maturity comes. Maturity doesn't come just like that. Sometimes that is why single people have lots of problems. Single people sometimes, if they don't understand, if they don't have this maturity, they don't have these lessons to give up, to understand others. Sometimes it is beyond their capacity. Why? Because you have not lived that life. You have not learned how to give up, how to care. Your life is revolving only around yourself. My career and my needs and my this, my convenience. No, I have no time. Because it's not convenient to me. In the name of convenience and career, now we have become totally, not ready to take up any responsibility. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Nobody will be able to get away with all this. Understand? The order is such that everybody will be made to work and give in. And Grihastha-ashrama, if we know how to live, it is the best opportunity. It is called sadhana. It is meant to grow, not merely bhoga. It is meant for yoga. Understand this. It is yoga, not bhoga. You grow together and become responsible for society. So, this is how we have to work. Never take any relationship for granted. Try to understand the needs of others, cater to them, spend time. For that I may have to sacrifice a lot, but then that is more important. In that, when I sacrifice my own needs, my conveniences, my likes and dislikes, there is growth. There is growth. I cannot be totally selfish and grow. Understand this. In selflessness, in giving, in yielding, we grow. And Grihastha-ashram is the best platform for that. Best platform. Provided the two partners know how to live. Even if one knows, it will work. The one, sometimes in certain families, we see that one person is so understanding, so mature that they run the family, not in financially, I don't mean by finance, but they are capable, of carrying the entire family together. Some women may be like that, some sister may be like that, mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, there are they. Such people are there. So, on their part, lot of giving in is required. So, this is how we work with each and every of our relationship, whether it is with parents or siblings or friends or employer, employee, even there, we must have the best of relations with employees also. They are our children. We are there to take care of them. They are not machines. They also have feelings. They also have moods. They also may be in trouble. We should not always, what about my target? What about this? What about that? Understand, they are going through some problems in their personal lives. A good employer would take interest in all this. Only then and then he can keep everyone together. Not always saying, what about my profit? And what about this? They have their lives. There can be problems. We have to address everything. Relationship with that. Relation with people, staff working with us. Always take care of them. Never shout at them. Really, we should not shout at them. The kind of work that they do, we will not do. We cannot do. So even if sometimes they are not up to the mark, be patient. Be patient and kind with them. We have to earn everybody's blessings. When you maintain this relationship, you earn goodwill of everyone. And that is big wealth. That is biggest wealth. Our wealth may help or may not help us, material wealth. But this help will always be with us. It will make, so these are the qualities, accommodation, love, kindness. It's not meant only for sadhus. Don't think sadhus, it's okay, they become loving and caring and kind and accommodating. For them, no, it is for us who are living our lives, active lives, running family. It is meant for us. Then only this life will be beautiful. It has to be there. Then we grow as human beings. We grow. And life is meant for growing. And we carry everyone together with us. So, lastly, I would like to say that in all our relationships, we pay attention, give time to them, understand them, and be ready to give. Then I don't think that there will be any complaints. All our relationships will be harmonious. It will be harmonious. So, with this, I would like to end my talk. And if there are any questions, we have some time, 5-10 minutes. We can even address that. Okay, well, first, are there any questions ready, or should I stop? I will close this first. Okay. First Shanti Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Yes, now if there are any questions, we would